Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for July 3rd, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 14, and if you add the 1 and the 4 together, you get the number 5. The number 5 is the number of Earth energy, the Earth Mother, our big mother. She deserves our respect and honor. Sometimes in life we forget how dependent we are on this world. We mistakenly believe that we have control over this world, but we are just players in a massive game called life. Somehow, at certain times in life, humanity forgets the simple things such as honor and respect. Without those life-affirming emotional expressions coursing through our body and directing our intentions, we will tend to cause harm to this world, others, and the very life that supports our existence. What can you do today to cultivate more honor and respect for this world? Notice I did not say that your ego needs others to honor and respect you. There is too much ego running around, and in that desire to reinforce our own ego, it is too easy to let go of the things that make life worth living. Somehow we have to reconnect to the things that will support everyone rather than what we believe or want. Selfishness is a symptom of a larger problem, one that cannot be fixed with platitudes. Okay, our astrology today. We are moving into that radically rebellious energy that is the symbol of American freedom, the 4th of July. And I know that it is outdoors time and everyone is feeling so constrained that you want to get out. But even I am reconsidering going to my mother's house up in Spokane. There is a feeling that being on the road with so many people desperate to go anywhere puts me and others at greater risk. And what I don't want to do is expose my 84-year-old mother to anything that could kill her. While I did lots to help her with the Medicare providers and the physical therapy and to help her, the nurse get her pills arranged and her baths arranged, and she is feeling better, there is a type of foreboding and a feeling that perhaps I should not go on the road right now. My husband feels the same thing. A feeling that the virus is going to explode, even though I have a non-refundable reservations. And this morning we are rethinking this choice. This Mercury retrograde is really messing with me and probably everyone else. Jupiter aligns with Pallas today, and while you want to share with others, perhaps we need to do it over the phone and video calls. I feel that in a week, we are going to have to rethink everything shortly. Our ethics, beliefs, and perspective are going to be challenged in the upcoming months. Clearly, we need to learn about the difference between perspective and fact. And the lesson is going to be harsh, and people are going to die to get us to pay attention and change. So, my quote for today, I actually did a quote from Charles Bukowski. I'm sorry if I just said that horribly. And the quote is, "The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence." So, my blog for today. Well, this Mercury retrograde, like I said, continues to mess with me. Not surprising at all, really. I mean, I'm a Leo, so these eclipses hit my ascendant, and the Mercury hits my moon, and I knew this was going to be a doozy. And my sister is a doctor, and she said that COVID-19 is exploding in Washington, and she advised me not to come. And, you know, I literally 4 days ago said to my husband that I thought we shouldn't go, and he was like, no, we have reservations, and, you know, they're non-refundable, and da-da-da-da-da, and I was like, yeah, you know, I said, I just feel like we shouldn't go. And then my sister called and you know, went into meltdown and said, you know, literally my sister, who's a doctor, is given one N95 mask. One. Okay, and she's in a hospital with COVID patients. One. And so I literally said to her this morning, I said, do you need an N95 mask? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, I said, I've got 30. And she goes, you have 30 N95 masks? I said, yeah. And she goes, how come you have 30 N95 masks? And I said, because I've been preparing for this moment astrologically for 2.5 years. And for some reason, in November of last year, I felt like I needed to start buying masks. And at first I just bought 2. And then in December, I bought like 5. And then in January, I bought like 10. And then I went, oh shit. And then I ended up with 30. But I have been giving them away to different people at different times because I've got older friends and people that need them. I mean, they really need an N95 mask to go into the grocery store and stuff. And so I've been sharing all my N95 masks, and she goes, if you could give me 5, that would be awesome. So this morning, first thing, I got up and I went and took 5 N95 masks and sent them to my sister. And because she's a doctor, I mean, what kind of crazy society are we living in that the doctors don't have the supplies that they need? That's insane. That's insane. That's completely insane. So, but, in the middle of all this, because I said, how my mother had broken her back, because she sleptwalked and ran into a wall. She's better at the moment. And so, I've got her set up with the senior services, and I've got her a nurse, and I've got her, putting all these things together. She's feeling better. She's in less pain. So in reality, she is sort of taken care of at the moment. And so, instead of leaving, I'm staying put. And my mother is fine with all of that also, and she's feeling better. And she said, look, I don't want you to come out here and put you at risk and die because you came out here. I said, yeah, I mean, I don't want to do that either. So, but literally for a week and a half, I have been preparing to leave because I have a full garden this year, and I needed to make sure the watering systems were in place, and the neighbors were coming to double check on the gardens for me. And I was preparing food because I don't trust to get the takeout or go to restaurants in the middle of a 4th of July weekend when everybody is going to go out. And so I had all my food prepared. And so I had, my vegan meatballs, Swedish meatballs, and I had all these things completely prepared. And so now I am here, and I'm totally exhausted. So I'm totally exhausted. So now I'm not going. And then I remembered, the eclipses can hit me really hard because I'm a Leo with a Cancer ascendant and a moon in Gemini. And so all of my big things are getting hit right here. And perhaps my exhaustion is those eclipses. Perhaps my exhaustion is my spidey sense bracing. There's this feeling of bracing, for something that's coming. And so we'll see, the closer I get to the eclipses, the more I tend to get hit. So, if I'm worse tomorrow, then I'm going to know it's the eclipses. But now I might be able to get caught up on the things that I need to do. And life is a wild ride at the moment, and there is so much unfolding, and this ride has just begun astrologically. Everyone, take very good care of those you love. Keep your heart and soul safe. There's a lot of darkness wanting to feed on the fear. Do not let you be the next meal for that darkness. Bye, everybody.